Up everybody, new video today. As you see from the title, we're going to try to sort out this roof. As you see, well, it's kind of a bad example because it's so dirty, but the car primarily is nice and glossy and smooth. They painted it really well. The bumpers all got color matched and the side skirts all got color matched really well, but I don't know if they ran out of time or what. But the roof is very streaky. Like, it looks like a spray paint job and they just didn't fix it. So today I'm gonna give her a little rinse, and then I have all the sandpapers from when I did the wheel restoration on the other side, and I'm gonna try to wet sand this down and polish it as good as a job as I can do. And that's also something I want to do for this wheel, because what we did when we painted this white was we just painted over top of that what was it, the stainless steel paint, and it still got a rough texture. See, that's all kind of dotty and rough, but if you look at another wheel, it's smooth, which I like. So we're gonna resand all these wheels eventually, not today. When I get more paint, I'll do that, but we're gonna wet sand the top and polish it, and then some other point we're going to sand and polish the wheels and repaint them. I want to stay with white because I love the way it looks. But yeah, that's what's going on. We're gonna start by giving her a rinse down. You know it's fall when you get those crunchy leaves on the ground. Alright, let's do this. Okay guys, so we're starting with 1000 and 2000 grit sandpaper just to see how good of a job we can do. We're going to keep this well lubricated, use a block to apply pressure. We're going to start with, I think, one of the back corners or one of the front corners maybe. We'll start here, do a section, and see how well we do. Finished doing a little bit of wet sanding with 1000 and 2000 grit around the rest of the hood, and you can see when I'm spraying this on, this back corner right here is the only spot that's actually been polished. The rest is just sanded as of now, and you can see how the water just comes right off. And then all this is going to be glossy smooth. I'm gonna, because this electric I'm just using this electric drill to get the polisher thing polishing, and it's working, but the battery's already dead. And I think what I'm going to do is hook it up to the air compressor, put this in. I have a special gun that connects the air compressor to that, and I'm going to use that, and then it'll polish a lot better. But yeah, it's funny how just sanding makes the water stick right to it. This is all just water on here, but it's just super smooth as of now. There's a lot of imperfections in it, like I'll show you. The paint is not perfect. You can see a big dent right here that I won't be able to get out, and there's a lot of little spots like right in here where it's like they've got big glops of paint, but this feels pretty nice and smooth. If I wanted it to be perfect, I would spend all day doing this, but this storm's gonna hit us in about 30 minutes or less, and that's gonna stop my progress. So I think, oh, there's my buddy driving his Veloster, however you pronounce it. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick little job, make it shine a bit better. And if I want, I'll spend more time on it some other time and get it looking a little bit nicer, but I cannot wait to see how this turns out. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna take a break because this storm, yeah, it's coming right for us. All that wind noise. So I'm gonna throw everything in the car real quick. Wait till it passes if it does. If not, I'll have a partially ugly hood. But it's okay. I'll post the video up on Facebook so people won't be too confused, like, what the hell is he doing? But yeah, that's what's happening. I'll continue the video after when we do some polishing. Maybe I'll even get my camera girl back out here to help too, but we'll see. So I'll show you a little bit of progress. It rained for quite a while. There's that big cloud that passed over us. This is the wet sanding, the 1000 and 2000 grit on this side. Let's see if I can get some elevation and show you the difference between the sanded and the starting to be polished side. We're using our air compressor. This is a really little air compressor, 2 HP, 2.5 gallon tank. So it runs out almost instantly. I'm just going to turn it off so it doesn't kick on. We're using this Husky gun, whatever you call this. I'm not sure the names of these, but we're using this. Pretty good speed when it's full, obviously, but this only lasts about 3 seconds before the tank's empty, so it'd be ideal if I had a bigger tank, but oh well. This end's working despite it being dirty on the sides. Don't worry, that's not a huge deal to me. But we've been using this. I'm just laying it here so that it doesn't get in the dirt on the ground. I've gone over it a couple times. Went over it again in the back, wiped it clean, and then we've started doing some streaks. I'll just lean back. Of the polishing, the compound we're using is the Mother's California Gold Ultimate. So hopefully this will give us a good outcome, but I think it should look okay. It can't be any worse than it was before. I'll show you over here, for example. Now we can see it better. These spots, so here and here, they were just heavy paint spots. I smoothed them out quite a bit now, so you don't even notice them. When it's polished out, you shouldn't notice it. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going, keep polishing. I'll get this whole side done and wiped down, and then I'm gonna show you guys how it looks in comparison to the sanded, non-polished side. So on further inspection, after this first light polishing, I'll use the light to kind of help me. But if you look at this whole roof, although it is the same color as the rest of the car, look at that, has many, many imperfections. Now, my theory for this being like this is that when the people that painted it, it wasn't the previous owner that I bought it from, but it must have been the owner before her. When they decided to paint this whole car and get it all color matched, like the bumpers and the side skirts and just everything done in this diamond black, they probably started running out of money. The roof was one of the last things on the list of things to do, and they just did not finish sanding it the way it should be done anyhow. But on the plus side, we're going from crap to shiny crap, as I'd like to say, which is now all buttery smooth. I'd love to get a clay bar and go over this too, but oh my god, that's nice. You can hear not polished versus polished. Oh, so smooth, so nice, and it looks good too. Like all this, good job, good job, good job. A little bit back there needs to be done, and then that whole side. We might get this cloud, might spit on us. If it's nice, it'll leave us alone. I'm gonna actually go back here and got a top-down shot of the car. If it looks okay, try not to fall. but yeah, should look really good when it's done. And I might as well do a little bit of polishing on some other panels, like the headlights. You can see this just along the top of it gets kind of cloudy and ugly after a month or so. So I polish those regularly. Yeah, look at the difference on the roof. Polished versus just wet sanded. Obviously, it's gonna look better because it's polished and not wet sanded, but yeah. This is gonna be something that makes the value of the car go up a lot. Just like the wheels and the manual and all that stuff. So, and the door cards and stuff like that. This door's so bad. There's one clip on this side, right here, and there's two clips there. So this whole bottom piece, yeah, see, it just popped out again. This whole piece kind of gets stuck along the rubber trim, and every time you open the door, it almost rips the door panel off. And it's got a bad gap on the top. So I'm gonna like zip tie it or screw it in or find a way to redo it, maybe even take the panel off and get some new metal mounts and get the clips in and working, but I don't know, that's a big job. This one came with the best. Doors on there really nice. I got polish on it now, but that's okay, I'll clean it up. I'm gonna keep going with this before it gets dark and finish the other side now. So, look at this, the car's a disaster because of all this stuff that flinged everywhere. And I just kind of went over the roof and polished it fully. Gave it about as much attention as I thought it needed. Looking way, 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 way better than before. I'll do the same kind of top-down look as before. If I can get it in focus and all that. So there's the car. I'll take a quick picture of that. But yeah, look at that. Nice and shiny. Let's go back over and take a look. I wish I had wax to put on this too, but I don't have any wax. Nice and glossy. A lot smoother now because of the, hold on. Let me grab this little bit here. I still gotta clean the rest of the car up now. But I think I'm just gonna hit it with the hose again. Much glossier, a lot smoother than before too. Get a wide shot. I was just using these ramps as a little boost to sit on or stand on. But yeah, worked pretty good. I could hire an actual detailer to do a good job smoothing this and painting it and all that, but that's going to be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. This was free. Cost me nothing because I already had the wax, already had the gun and the thing and this air compressor and this. So this was free, and I think it improved the car, or at least the look of the car, a lot, because now I don't have to look out of my window and see an ugly streaky roof. Still a little streaky in person, not as smooth as it could be, but then again, I didn't paint this. I'm just trying to improve the look of it. So yeah, I'm happy.